Dr. Kathleen Hall, internationally recognized stress and work-life balance expert, is the founder and CEO of the Stress Institute. Coined by Martha Stewart Publications as the Stress Queen, Dr. Kathleen Hall has spent 20 years studying stress and its effects. During times of stress and crisis, the national television and print media consistently seek the authoritative knowledge, information, and direction of Dr. Kathleen Hall. Author of Alter Your Life, Overbooked, Overworked, Overwhelmed, and the award-winning book, A Life in Balance, Nourishing the 4 Roots of True Happiness. Dr. Kathleen Hall offers simple methods for reducing stress and living a balanced life of true happiness. As the global ambassador for the Unilever Knorr Soup campaign, Electronic Arts spokesperson for Pogo.com, Darden Restaurants spokesperson, and stress and work-life balance expert for MomCore.com, Dr. Kathleen Hall continues to make a difference in the lives of those that hear her message of mindful living.
As a matter of fact, I have to hold the wheel, when he goes by, because he's like, oh my God, oh my God. So think about doing simple things and don't judge other people, because a lot of people are like, this is what I do, this is what I do. We also know that people just exercise a short amount of time, 3 times a week, 20 minutes. You have a 40% reduction in all diseases. So look at your gene pool. If you have hypertension or cancer or GI diseases, migraine headaches, I don't care what you have, cut it off 1/2 just by doing a little bit of exercise and getting that body moving. This takes a lot of guts for somebody my age, but after you've been sectioned so many times and hysterectomies and everything else, I'm a chop suey board down here. But what you do is again, this is a St. John, so it's really good for teaching the body. And so what you do is breathe through your nose. Same breath. This is another great thing. Until everybody does it, we're not stopping, and you're going to waste it. I have a great speech here, but till we do it, we're not doing it. Because I want you to feel how it changes you. Ready? So here we go. Good morning. Okay, first off, I want to say how cool I love these goodie hairbands for those of us that have kids, girls. Okay, I raised 2 daughters on these, and you'll be glad to know whoever had these. My oldest daughter is a physician. She's a critical care doctor, runs a critical care unit, and she still wears these. She's saving lives, pumping hearts with these in her hair. I witnessed it last week. Okay, so if you need a commercial on what this does on the long term, and Duke basketball courts, Georgetown, she's an athlete. It was very interesting. Unanimously, every single one of them said, Dr. Hall, will you talk about how do we not lose ourself? How do we not lose ourselves in our busy lives? How do we not lose ourself? These are some of the most powerful women in the world, and so are you. Remember, 92% of what you're worried about is not going to happen. It's negative guided imagery. So when you catch yourself worrying, have a self-discipline. Stop. Take a deep breath and say your affirmation. I am strong, or I am in control, or I am happy, or look at this blessing of a family I have. Whatever your little phrase is, stop worrying. It's a habit. Habituation. 2 opposites. I lived in habituation. Believe me, I know what it is. Habituation in the brain is at the same place near the addiction center. We can see it. Mindfulness is a totally different way of living. Mindfulness is when you are aware, aware, then you make choices, see, and then you go, my God, my life is different, just by baby steps. Look at my family, the kids around me, my spouse, my friends. Most of us breathe shallow because we're running around in our lives. And we sit like this in the car, and we sit like this. Well, look what you're doing to your lungs. You're squishing your poor little lungs. And my daughter also happens to be a pulmonologist, so she's the lung woman, and you're smashing them. So put your shoulders back. Nothing's going to happen. I want you to know. And then I want you to tie in, what are the stressors now? We have 24-hour television, 24-hour news. We know about everything that happens from Zimbabwe to some remote island in the Pacific. Even if you didn't want to know it, you'll go to work and they'll go, did you hear about that? Did you hear what happened? No, I didn't hear what happened. Woman lost her toe in TT Island in the South Pacific. I mean, you're sitting here going, that's pretty cool. And you may not think it bothers you, but you'll be on the computer an hour later and going, I wonder how she lost her toe. And then you'll Google and go, lost toe in TT Island. See?
So we worry, and even though we don't think we are, we do. We worry more, okay? And it's a different kind of worry. Remember, this new amazing information that we're getting, what it's showing is that our brain is hardwired to handle stress. So what it does is every thought, think of thought, every emotion, anger, apathy, questioning, every emotion, every event that you do, every task that you do, there are two things released in the brain. There's an electrical charge that spreads the information, move your hand, cry, and then there's a chemical charge. So there's two releases every second. And do you know that there's 100,000, get your mind around this, listen to this. There are 100,000 chemical reactions in your brain every second. Are we not living miracles?
Dr. Kathleen Hall is available to help your organization with solutions, education, and training with stress and work-life balance through her seminars, continuing education lectures, and keynote speeches. For information, please call 404-495-5350 or visit www.stressinstitute.com.